Can Georgie and Mandy actually survive season 2? That's the question hanging over their marriage right now, and honestly, it's not dramatic to ask it. It's realistic. Season 1 was about shock, unexpected pregnancy, family fallout, a rushed path into adulthood. But Season 2? Season 2 is where the adrenaline fades and reality settles in. And reality is always tougher than the crisis that started everything. The biggest challenge they're facing now isn't one big explosive event. It's the accumulation of pressure, financial strain, emotional expectations, family interference, and personal growth that doesn't always move at the same speed. That's what truly tests a marriage. Let's start with Georgie. Georgie has always been driven. He wants to be the provider. He wants to be respected. He wants to prove that he's not just Sheldon's older brother or the teenage dad who messed up. But ambition can be a double-edged sword. The harder he pushes to succeed, the more pressure he puts on himself, and that pressure doesn't just stay internal. It spills into the marriage. If his business struggles, that stress comes home. If he succeeds, he may become more consumed by work. Either way, Mandy could start to feel like she's competing with his need to prove himself. And that's a dangerous place for any relationship. Now, let's talk about Mandy. Mandy stepped into this marriage with more life experience. She knows what stability should feel like. She knows what emotional security looks like. But she also gave up control over the direction of her life when everything accelerated. Season 2 forces her to confront something subtle but powerful. Is she fully at peace with how her life turned out? That question doesn't mean she regrets Georgie. It means she might still be adjusting. And adjustment takes time. If she starts feeling isolated or overwhelmed as a mother and wife, especially if Georgie is focused on work, emotional distance can slowly grow. Then there's communication, or the lack of it. Their relationship was built under pressure. Crisis bonded them quickly. But now they have to learn how to exist without constant urgency. That means having difficult conversations about expectations, boundaries, and long-term goals. If they avoid those conversations to keep the peace, small frustrations will pile up. And small frustrations are often more dangerous than big fights. Family involvement also remains a factor. The Cooper family is loving but intense. Mandy's parents still carry their own reservations. Even if no one is directly interfering, the presence of outside opinions can create subtle tension. When a couple constantly feels observed or judged, it's harder to feel fully secure. But here's the hopeful side of Season 2. Georgie has already shown he's willing to step up. He didn't run when things got hard. He didn't disappear when responsibility hit. That matters. And Mandy has shown resilience. She didn't let embarrassment or fear dictate her decisions. That strength could be what carries them forward. The real survival test for Season 2 isn't about whether they love each other. It's about whether they grow together. Can Georgie mature emotionally at the same pace Mandy needs him to? Can Mandy trust Georgie's growth without constantly measuring him against a more traditional standard of adulthood? Can they shift from reacting to problems to proactively building stability? Season 2 will likely strip away the romanticized, we beat the odds feeling and replace it with something more grounded. Routine, exhaustion, responsibility. That's where marriages either solidify or crack. If they learn to communicate honestly, not defensively, they have a real shot. If they allow pride, insecurity, or silent resentment to build, the distance could become noticeable fast. So, can Georgie and Mandy survive Season 2? Yes, but survival won't come from passion or dramatic declarations. It will come from consistency, from small daily choices, from choosing patience when frustration feels easier. Their toughest challenges aren't dramatic plot twists. They're the everyday realities of building a life together too quickly. And sometimes, those are the hardest battles of all. What do you think? Will Season 2 strengthen their marriage, or expose cracks that were always there? Let me know your thoughts.